Hello, this is CityScape, a regular vodcast featuring people, places, and ideas that impact Livonia. I'm Dan West from the Livonia Chamber of Commerce. Today we meet a Livonia couple, millennial couple, that is growing their business and their family at the same time. Ed and Eileen Buison each had successful careers rolling when they decided to become entrepreneurs, opening a home health care business in 2010 and then opening a Biggby coffee shop on the corner of Newburgh and Ann Arbor Road in 2014. While Ed worked at growing the store, Eileen ran the couple's home health care business. And they had a baby girl, Isabel, in 2018. They since opened another Biggby location on Plymouth Road near Middlebelt Road last year, in the process of opening a new Kung Fu tea shop in the same strip center next door. They moved their original Biggby location to a new spot with a drive-through window on the corner of Ann Arbor Road and Ann Arbor Trail last winter. Also, this fall, they opened a new Biggby location at 12 Oaks Mall in Novi. Ed, a Livonia Stevenson graduate, and Eileen, native of the Philippines, have been married for 17 years. And both of them join us today. Ed and Eileen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, tell us how you two met.
It was back in college. I was in my last semester at Wayne State, and our mutual family friend reached out to me and asked if I had a girlfriend at the time, and I said no, and I was just trying to finish up my school. So she introduced us through email. This is back in 2003. 2003. Over time we got to email each other and got to talk to each other. And just so happened she got a job at Chase in a call center where she did a training in Florida. So she was able to come and did a stop over here in Detroit. We got to meet for the first time. And then, it was a very long distance relationship for 2 years until she came in 2005.
Yeah.
Well, you guys showed a lot of determination in that, and both of you got college degrees and we're off to really good career-focused jobs. What made you decide to jump into being entrepreneurs?
It was really a matter of necessity. In 2008, we were working in the same company in small business and got hit hard by the auto industry, just like a lot of things around here. And we were both part-time. I was 3 days a week. She was 2 days a week. Massive credit card debt. House was going into foreclosure, so we decided we had to change to do something. Never thought about business before. I just wanted to work, but we do what we got to do. So we started our home health care in 2010 as a means to get out of our situation. And that's what really started our journey into business.
Eileen, talk about the challenge of balancing raising a growing business and then raising your daughter, and how that's been going. It's
really about time management, as well as, I guess, prioritizing, knowing the why, like why you're doing this. We wanted to have more time for family. Once we started raising a family, once we had Isabel, we knew that having the business allowed us to have more control over, how we spend our time. And for us, it was a priority. Like now that we have a family, we wanted to prioritize spending time with her. She's growing and she's growing really fast. So we don't want to miss the moments. We see her. It was like, this is the reason why we built a business, so we can have more control over our time and being able to spend time with her. So that was the reason. It's really just prioritizing, what's important for us, what's important for our family, and we want to make sure that we have that that priority in mind whenever we, decide to do stuff. That's how we do things.
You've built the business around these destination beverage shops, Biggby Coffees, and then the Kung Fu tea shop that's supposed to open up this winter. What does it take to make a business like that thrive?
I mean, it's really about the staff, and the environment we create, because, from our standpoint, our staff is our first customer as the business owners. If we can take care of them, do right by them, then they'll be happier, they'll give better customer service, better speed of service, especially in our type of industry is quick service. That helps us stand out among other, restaurants or concepts like us that, when customers are coming in, they see the same people again and again, and they see that our staff is happy, so they have a good, it's a feel good. There's a lot of negativity going around in our world today, so having these little interactions with people who are genuine and they're positive, and they just, hopefully they make your day a little bit better. I think that is the biggest key, especially right now, is just having good people. And we don't think of them as our staff. It's really our family, that helps us to grow our businesses, and we try to give them opportunities through our businesses so that they can have an option for a future that helps them, see that we're not greedy. We are trying to help them personally and professionally. But I think that's really the big key, especially these days with this younger generation, is just, being good to them, treating them as people. And unfortunately that actually makes us stand out, which is not a good thing, but we just think it's the right thing to do.
Now, Ed, being a Livonia kid, you grew up here and you started your businesses here, and they're growing and flourishing right here. Talk about the efforts you've made to give back to the community that launched you personally and then your businesses.
Yeah, that I would think that would be another key to success, is engaging your community. Just like with anything, you take care of yourself first, but as soon as you're able to, give back, I think that's the responsibility of every business. That's what got us interested in Biggby, was Biggby's mission of involving the community, especially with our first store in, of course, 2020. All of our work that we did to support the community, since 2014, it really was good because, not having a drive-through in that time, customers were still coming out, and we didn't know what was going on. So they're basically putting themselves in danger to support us so that we could sustain and persist and come out on the other end and begin to serve them again and give back. I really attribute that as the reason why we were able to persist was, our ties to the community. So we're always looking for opportunities. We've given some of our staff responsibilities of looking for things for us to be engaged in, like we do in Angela Hospice, of course, with the Chamber, Livonia Schools, anything that we can, we're more than willing to participate, either giving product or donations or our time just to be there. I think that's just very important for any business.
When you look back at the last 15 years, you go back to those lean years when you folks were downsized to part-time work, and out of necessity you explored into it, and see what you've built today, what comes to mind, other than I'm busy?
That is one of them.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like, it's time away from family. It is, sometimes you get called in and, to help or to solve problems. So it's not just a 9-to-5 job. It's like you're there, you're available like 24/7. So it's a journey for us, but we find that it is rewarding. We focus on the rewards that we go through, especially with the staff that we work with. It's really such a great feeling to see, like, it's like we did something and then they appreciated it, and then it came back, and it's like, it's so good that, what little thing we've done is now, it made a difference, or it made a mark in their life. Yeah.
Well, Ed, Eileen, I thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for spending the time today, and we wish you all the continued success with your business ventures.
Thank you.
So that's all the time we have for this edition of CityScape. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.